Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome. My name is Faith and today we are doing a tutorial using all makeup products chosen by my Instagram family. I put up a bunch of polls on my Instagram stories so that you guys could choose each and every product that I'm going to be using today. There were some really close calls here. At one point during the day for the eyeshadow palette selection, I let you guys pick between the Jaclyn Hill palette and the Huda Beauty palette, and it was just like back and forth between these two. Jaclyn ended up winning that little battle, so we're gonna go with this one today, but it was just really fun to see your opinions on these products and how in some cases it was like a really tight race, and then in other cases it was like a complete win over another product. So I found that really interesting, and as we go through each product I will let you guys know what the percentages were and how close they were. So this should be really fun. If you don't follow me on Instagram right now, I will put my handle up in one of these corners. I can never remember which one I put it in, but I will put that up there. Make sure you follow me. That is where I let you guys know everything you need to know about upcoming YouTube videos and just different things. Little self-promo. But anyways, let's get right on into this tutorial. So for primers, I let you guys pick between the Maybelline Master Prime and the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and Becca won by just a little bit with 51%. So we're gonna use this today. The difference between the two, I think, is that the Becca one is even more like glowy and shimmery and dewy. The Maybelline Master Prime is supposed to brighten. The Maybelline one also I think is a bit more hydrating than the Becca one. The Becca one looks shimmery and gives your skin a nice tacky feel, but the Maybelline one is a little bit more like creamy. So there was an intense battle over foundations. I let you guys pick between the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and it was a complete tie, 50-50 on these two foundations. So I kind of was trying to figure out what to do with that. Should I just pick one, or should I like ask you guys again on Instagram stories? But what I thought of was to use both, and this ties back really well to my video from last week on Jaclyn Hill's Radiant Glow foundation routine, where she used the Hourglass Vanish Stick in combination with the Dior foundation. I figured maybe I would try that trick, but only this time I'm going to use the L'Oreal instead of the Dior one. Little bit of an update on the Hourglass foundation stick, because I know that I let you guys know that it was new to me and I hadn't really tried it alone yet. This week I used this 2 or 3 times by itself and I really like this. So I'm excited to mix this with the L'Oreal foundation, which is definitely my favorite drugstore foundation, and see the results and if it just makes it even better. So I'm going to apply the Hourglass foundation stick. What I've been liking to do is just do 2 stripes down the side there, a stripe here, here, and down the nose. I'm also excited to try that foundation with a liquid one in combination with a sponge that I actually like, because in the Jaclyn Hill foundation video that I did, she used the Morphe sponge, so I had to use that as well, and I really didn't like it. So I'm excited to try her technique of mixing the Hourglass foundation with a liquid and patting it in with a sponge, but with products that I know I like. So I'm just going to drop a little bit of this foundation on my sponge. Again, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. So I'm just gonna pat this on here and equally disperse it over the face and then blend everything in. The Hourglass foundation on its own, when I used it last week a few times, was really nice. It actually was a lot dewier and glowier on its own than with the Dior one. So I really liked that, and that's also why I think it's going to pair well with this L'Oreal foundation, because the L'Oreal foundation, obviously the one I'm using, is the Pro Glow one. So I kind of just have a feeling that these are going to mesh together nicely. And mixing foundations, really the purpose of that is just to combine the benefits of both. This probably isn't a necessary step to do both. You probably could just pick one, but I kind of just want to see how it works. We will see if these two together just are a magical combination. And I love this sponge. This is the $1 AOA sponge that I also referenced in the Jaclyn Hill foundation video. For concealer, I gave you guys the choice between Tarte Shape Tape and the Kylie concealer. I don't know if you're even able to see this or not, but the Tarte concealer very clearly won the Tarte Shape Tape, 66% over the Kylie concealer. So I will use Tarte today. This is nothing new. I use this basically every day and in all my videos. It's definitely my favorite concealer, but I wanted to see if you guys wanted to see something else, like if you were kind of bored with this. I only used the Kylie concealer, I think, in my initial review of it. I do like it. I just find that the Tarte one has a better shade range, and I like this light sand shade better than the Kylie. And this one just gives me a little bit more coverage. I also always blend like this bottom section, leaving product there, and then very lightly tap in that area. That again gives us the most coverage where we need it, which is like right there in the hollows. And then I always take some of that up onto the eyelids to cancel out any discoloration, but also to give us a nice base for the eyeshadow. Okay, then I let you guys choose my under eye setting powder. I let you choose between the Maybelline and the Cover FX, and the Maybelline won 60% over 40% that the Cover FX got. So I will use this today. This is by far my favorite setting powder. I also use this a lot in my videos, so I guess what this is saying is that you guys aren't bored with the products that I use. So I put some powder in the cap here, and I'll just use the sponge. And I'm really going to kind of bake under the eyes here. And then we'll go ahead and do eyeshadow while this is setting here. I'll also put some on the other areas where we did concealer. Okay, so next we will do eyeshadow, but actually before that, I do want to quickly fill in my brows. I like to do my brows before eyeshadow because it gives my eyes some structure, and I can kind of see better where I should be putting my eyeshadow. So for brows, I let you guys choose between the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. Look how similar these look. In my little poll, I put a little hashtag dupe much because they literally, especially in the picture, they look identical. And you guys voted 49% for the ABH one and 51% for the L'Oreal. So it was so close, and an idea I had was to do one brow with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and then one brow with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, so that you guys could kind of see how similar these are, because there's definitely a big price difference. The L'Oreal one, I believe, is like $8, and the Brow Wiz is definitely like at least in the teens, if not $20. I will link everything down below. Of course, you can kind of check costs, but the L'Oreal one is such a good dupe. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do one brow with the L'Oreal and one brow with the Brow Wiz. So this is the L'Oreal one. I'm going to do this eye with the L'Oreal one, and then the other eye with the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. Just so you know, shades as well, the L'Oreal is called Dark Brunette, the shade I use, and then the Brow Wiz is called Dark Brown. So they're basically the same shade, just in the different brands. Okay, and that's the L'Oreal brow. Now let's do the other one with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. The Anastasia one is just slightly warmer. Like it has a hint of red in it, whereas the L'Oreal one is definitely more of a cool toned brown, so I might have to, like, after this, just go in and make them match. The only difference I feel is that you have to be a little bit more rough with the L'Oreal one, like you have to push a little bit more down, whereas the Anastasia one's a bit more creamy. It really doesn't bother me though. I mean, I actually kind of like that you have to be more rough with the L'Oreal one, because then if you mess up, it's like a lot lighter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you mess up with this one, like I don't know if you can see that little dot there. You probably can't, but It's just, this one is so much more creamy that you have to be super light-handed or else it's gonna be super intense. And the L'Oreal one is easier to build up. So yeah, I think those are good. I definitely, looking in the mirror over there, this one definitely looks more red and warm. So what I'm going to do, just to make them match, is run this through my other brow and then run the L'Oreal one through this brow just to kind of shade match them. These are kind of intense brows. All right, cool. So we're going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette today. This, like I said in the intro, just barely won, and at one point Huda was in the running. It was like Jaclyn, Huda, Jaclyn, Huda. It was an intense battle, but Jaclyn ended up winning, and I'm kind of glad because I like this palette better than the Huda one. This one is just easier to work with, it doesn't have as much fallout, and there's a lot more colors to choose from. So to kind of set down the whole lid and crease area, I'm going to go into this first transition shade. The mattes are just so buttery. This definitely is my favorite eyeshadow palette I own. It's just the best. It really is. No matter what you think of Jaclyn, if you like her or don't, this palette is bomb. I like her. She was actually the first beauty YouTuber, beauty guru that I came across and watched. So I definitely have a soft spot in my heart for Jaclyn. I would have to say she's what got me into makeup to begin with. And this palette is just so good. So to deepen that up just slightly and make it more warm, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Pukey. Whenever I use this palette, I normally go into that color, and that shade just has stuck with me. I can't remember any of the other shade names, but how do you forget Pukey? Like, you can't forget that. Also, I am using the Bdellium 785 tapered blending brush to do this. I did get a few new brushes from Sigma, which is super cool. I felt so, like, I don't know, excited when Sigma reached out to me and sent me some brushes and also gave me a discount code. It just felt like really cool and exciting because Sigma is such a well-known brand, especially on YouTube. So it kind of made me feel like I'm doing things right, like brands are starting to recognize me. So that was really, really cool. So I definitely want to use a couple of their brushes today. This is the Sigma E36 blending brush. This is one of their very famous blending brushes. A lot of people use this. I also tested out their very famous Kabuki brush. I can't remember the exact name of it. I'll try and use it in an upcoming video. It actually pairs really well with stick foundations like this Hourglass one. I used it for the Hourglass foundation this week and it just blends out super nice. So I'll have to do a tutorial using that. But yeah, I will link their stuff down below with everything else, and my code is just FAITH, and that will get you 10% off. So if you're interested in Sigma brushes, haven't tried them yet, or you have tried them and you just want to get more, that code FAITH will get you 10% off. So I'm mixing these two warm red shades on this tiny little blending brush, and I'm just going to put this very precisely. This is so like feathery and light. I love it. I don't have any other brush that is shaped like this. It's tapered, but super, super long and skinny. This would be really nice for blending out a cut crease. It also is really good at just defining your crease in general, even if you're not doing a cut crease. I don't know if you can see that. Probably should zoom you in a little bit. Sorry, I will do that right now. Okay, so let me just show you what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna take those two red colors again, and it just is so nice and precise. You can really create a nice crease there. I will blend that out, but first I just want to do the same thing to the other eye. This is nice for kind of placing down a shade very precisely, but then I would recommend going in with a bigger blending brush after. I will show you how I do that, just to further blend everything. It's so precise that it's allowing me to stay low so that you can see the other shades above it, which is super, super nice. Okay, like I said, I'm going to go back into my bigger, fluffier blending brush, and I'm going to pick up that first transition shade just lightly and go over everything to further blend and just really, really create a haze, just a soft haze. I think you can clearly now see the difference between how this eye looks and this eye. This eye kind of has some sharpness. This one is just a haze. And that is what you want. Okay, next I want to take a shimmer all over the lid. I think I'm going to just go in with one of these light ones to create a nice light bright eye. I think with this look, you know, the real difference between these two is that this one is more cool toned and this one is more warm toned. So I'm going to take the more yellow warm toned one and pop that all over my lid. I do want to take a flat brush and just more precisely pack that on. I'm going to take the tiny blending brush from Sigma and just go over this edge so that it's not so harsh. I like that there's a defined crease there and a stopping point, but I just don't want it to be so harsh. And then I want to deepen up the outer corner just a bit. So I'm going to take a little precise brush like this. This is just a little mermaid brush I got, I believe, from, I'm not sure where. I'll try to find something like this and link it down below. But I'm just going to take this shade here, which is just a deeper red shade, and pop that right here in the outer edge. Actually, I want to deepen that up even more. I'm going to use the brown shade in the palette. It's like a deep chocolate brown, and just deepen that up a little more. Okay, I'm then going to take the big blending brush that I've been using and dip into that chocolate brown as well and just lightly go over this. The technique is basically getting a lot of product on a defined brush and like patting it in, and then getting some of that same color on a bigger brush and just hazing it out and connecting it up into the crease area. For eyeliner, I just let you guys choose if you wanted me to do eyeliner or not, and you guys definitely wanted me to do eyeliner. I think it was like 60% of you guys wanted me to do eyeliner. So for that, I'm just going to use the Maybelline Gel Eye Studio black eyeliner. And my favorite brush to apply that with is this right here. It's super dirty. My trick is just to clean it off on a makeup wipe in between uses. This is the Bdellium 761 Tight Eyeliner Brush, and it's super, super small. It's really great for applying eyeliner. So I just take some from the pot and then kind of flatten out the brush and warm up the eyeliner product on the back of my hand like this. And then I apply the wing. I normally start out here at the outer corner and create a line going up, kind of like towards the tail of my brow. It doesn't have to be perfect either. I'm clearly like messing this up, but we will clean it up with concealer afterwards. I think I need to get a new gel eyeliner. This is just like so dried out. That's why it's kind of skipping sometimes. This might be my worst eyeliner application I've ever done. This is actually embarrassing. At least I'll be able to show you that you can literally apply your eyeliner so bad and it will still look good, I promise. Okay, so to clean that up, which we clearly need to do, I'm going to take some concealer, pop that on the back of my hand, and then my favorite brush to use is this one from Bdellium. This is their 546 square lip brush. So it's actually a lip brush, but I like it for this because it's so flat. Do you see that? So I just take some concealer. I think I'm gonna need a lot for this. And then I just go under here and create that wing that we clearly messed up. Then I take my sponge and just drag down the excess concealer to blend it into my skin. And there you have it, a sharp wing. So what I like to do then is go back into the palette and go into the black shade here. And then I use an angled kind of eyeliner brush like this and kind of just stamp on top of it. This makes it blacker, it makes it last longer, and it kind of makes it look a little bit more like hazed and not as harsh. I normally can't go all the way up to the tail because this brush is a little bit thicker, but if I need to, I will, and then just again clean up with my lip brush. So you guys also wanted me to do false lashes. I gave you guys the option to do falsies or not, and you guys wanted the falsies. So I'm going to use these. These are from Ardell. They're the Faux Mink line, and these are the Demi Wispies. They're very popular Demi Wispies, except for they're the Faux Mink ones. The lashes themselves are like more fluttery and a little bit more thick. So I will apply these. My favorite glue to use is the Kiss Lash Couture. So I'm going to be using that to apply these today. I applied the glue. While that's drying a little bit, I will put on some mascara. I didn't ask you guys what mascara you wanted. I guess if you would have chosen no falsies, I would have followed up, but this really doesn't matter. You can use any mascara you want. This is just the MAC, what's it called? In Extreme Dimension Lash Mascara. I actually really do like this mascara for days when I'm not doing falsies. It really does elongate and thicken the lashes without making them look clumpy. Okay, there's that. Now let's pop on this lash. I think I got it on there. I'm probably gonna have to fix my eyeliner right here, but that's okay. These are very pretty. They're like very light and fluffy. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye, a wing and lash, and we'll be back to finish off the rest of the face and under eyes. Okay, so eyeliner and lashes are on, and of course when I did this eyeliner and lash whole thing, it was like so easy. Like I literally didn't even have to clean up this side, and this side was a disaster. So I apologize that that's what you had to see, but hey, this is real life. So now what I'm going to do is dust away the under eye bake that's happening. Where are all my brushes? Okay, I'm going to use the Sigma Spotlight Duster to just dust away this under eye bakeage. Ew! My under eyes look so dry. Do you see that? Wow. I don't know what is going on there. Hopefully some setting spray can fix that, but that's super weird. Maybe I left on the Maybelline powder like too long. Yikes. Okay, so I'm going to take the transition kind of like brown shade that we were using and just use that underneath my lower lash line. So I'm just gonna smoke this out a little bit here with that brown shade. Okay, and what I like to do with this palette as well is take one of these light shades and put it in my waterline. It's such a nice trick to use an eyeshadow in your waterline. It does kind of like irritate my eyes slightly, so I probably shouldn't do it, but it just lasts forever. So I'm taking that first shade from the palette. Make sure to tap off the excess, but then I'm just applying this to the waterline. And then I'll take a little bit of that same shade, that first shade, in the inner corner here. Oh, I love that. I'm also going to take that on the brow bone. Okay, and then I'm going to apply mascara over the falsies and on the lower lash. And then what I like to do on my lower lash mascara is just go over it with a brush to take away any of the excess product so that we don't get transfer. Okay, and that's the eyes, so I'm going to zoom you guys out and we will finish off the face. So for face powder, you guys chose the BareMinerals BarePro Powder Foundation over the Charlotte Tilbury powder that I used in that Jaclyn Hill video. I wasn't sure if you wanted to see that again or not, and most of you didn't. So we're gonna use the BareMinerals powder. This is in the shade Camel. It's a nice warm color that matches my body, and it'll kind of give some color back to my face because I'm looking kind of white. I think I used a bit too much concealer. Maybe that's why, but before I forget, I'm just gonna put some brow gel through my brows. I'm using the Glossier Boy Brow. It's the only brow gel I have, so I couldn't like give you guys an option. This is in the shade Black. Okay, for bronzer, I let you guys pick between the Becca bronzer and the MAC Give Me Sun, which was another product I used in the Jaclyn Hill video, and you guys definitely wanted the Becca one with 58% 54%. This is the Becca bronzer I'll be using. This is in the shade Ipanema Sun. So I'll just take that there, like right in the cheekbone area, and kind of contour, kind of bronze. I do love this bronzer. It blends so nicely. Okay, next up is blush, and this was by far the biggest winner. I let you guys choose between the Milani Baked Blush and this new Sigma blush that I got that I kind of wanted to try, but you guys didn't want to see it. You wanted to see the Milani one with 74%. So, this is the shade Luminoso. I love this blush. It is perfect. It has such a luminosity without emphasizing too much of your texture on your cheeks, and I just love the color because it's kind of like peachy. I love that. Next, I think I would do setting spray. So let's see, what did I let you guys pick from? Okay, so I let you pick from the MAC Fix Plus in Gold Light and the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist and MAC 1 with 59%. So here it is. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus in Gold Light. So it has like gold shimmers in it, and it gives your face a really nice dew. Oh boy, mascara, please don't transfer. I want to take some. I normally don't do this, but my under eyes look so bad. So I'm going to take some and just stamp on my under eyes. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. Good trick if you ever look dry in a certain area is to add a ton of setting spray. Normally I do setting spray before eyes. I don't know what I was thinking today. Next is highlight, and I let you guys pick between the Sun Dipped Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills and the Amrezy highlight from Anastasia Beverly Hills. We had like an Anastasia Beverly Hills, what's it called? Matchup. And you guys wanted the Amrezy highlight. Let me see it. What percent of you guys? 59% wanted this bad boy right here. So I'm going to take this brush from Sigma again. This is the Spotlight Duster. This is what I used to dust off my under eye bake. But this is the type of brush I like to use for highlight, like a tapered one. Sometimes I use this one from Bdellium. This is their tapered highlighting brush. But today I want to test out this one from Sigma since it's new. Love this highlight. I'll add some to the nose and Cupid's bow. Okay, and last step is lips. I let you guys pick between the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood and the Fenty Gloss Bomb. So you guys picked the Fenty Gloss. 58% of you wanted that. So first I just need to line my lips. You can line your lips with any lip liner. My favorite is the NYX Slim Lip Pencil in Natural. I just have a tiny little stub left. I have to get a new one. Actually, I think I just ordered a new one from Ulta. Now it's time for the gloss. This stuff is so good. It has little shimmers in it and the color is just gorgeous. It's like a corally goldy pink. Alright, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? You chose it, so I hope you like it. That was super fun to just go along with what you guys wanted. I didn't have to make any decisions. That's always good. I hate making decisions sometimes on what I'm going to use. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know down in the comments if you did, what you liked about it, and what else you'd like to see from me. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!